Hi, welcome back to Gaming for Gamers. So another video about wokeism and feminism and diversity in gaming, which unfortunately seems to be everything about gaming at the moment. And we're back to Avowed, the new mess of a game which has quickly taken over from Dragon Age the Veilguard as being the new mess. It's just as soon as one is released is a new one, because every game now seems to be a mess, and they're talking about future games that are going to be a mess because every game now is a woke mess, basically. Every A game is. And the new stupidness and craziness as Matt Hansen, the art director of Obsidian Entertainment, has been caught out saying that basically their hiring policy is not to hire white people. I'm sure it affects more white guys, because I think they probably hire white women, because women are okay, but just white guys aren't. But it's terrible. It's obviously racist. The founder, one of the founders of Obsidian, has actually said that anyone who feels that they went for a job at Obsidian and they feel they've been refused a job because of their race, which is in this case being white, should sue them. And I agree, because racism and discrimination is racism and discrimination. It doesn't matter what colour you are or what sex you are, it's still the same, it's still discrimination. But it's just sad. It shows the point that gaming has got to. I don't think any of us are surprised. We've seen stories like this come out of Ubisoft and BioWare before, but it's awful that, you know, that's what they're doing. I think originally all these companies started off trying to do the right thing, because they didn't start off by hiring people trying to destroy their company or their games. I think they hired people because they wanted to try and fit in with diversity, and they thought they'd hire some and it would be a good thing for their image, and they were doing the right thing. And then it's a vicious circle, because once you hire some, the more people who are woke activists or feminists in your company, the more they want to hire more of their own. And then you've got HR who end up being woke activists and feminists, so they're going to hire woke activists and feminists. And in the end, you end up with a situation where you're just hiring woke activists and feminists. Anyone in the company who isn't is going to be frightened to say anything because you'll be called a racist or a sexist. And it just goes on until basically you've filled your company with woke activists, feminist activists, etc. Not necessarily, and actually obviously not because we've seen the games they make, because these are the best people or the best talented people, but because these are the people who fit the message, and then they make games to fit the message. And they get away with it because, as I said before, they don't care about gaming, they're not interested in gaming. The people that make these games, it's absolutely obvious from the games they make, don't play games, they're not interested in gaming. And also, most woke activist feminists don't play games, so they're not even going to alienate their own supporters, because they don't play games. So it's an easy win for them, because they can get away with it. And even now, they still get away with it. It's not ended. We thought it might end because of all these different games that have come out and failed. I'm just going to walk over here because people keep walking past me. It's annoying. Yeah, we thought it might end with different games, Suicide Squad or Concord or Star Wars Outlaws or Dragon Age, and someone might get the hint, but not just get the hint in the game, because obviously some of these games were made before those games were released to bad receptions. But we thought at least people like Matt Hansen would learn to shut up and not say ridiculous things, but apparently not. So we've got this situation where we still have got all these woke activist feminists in gaming, the church of wokeism, where people in these companies don't care about gaming, they don't care about their customers, they don't care about what they do to previous franchises. All they want to do is push a message, almost like making a religious broadcast in the middle of a game, because they're not interested in whether it affects the game or how it looks, because they'll get away with it, because no one calls them out, because gamers call them out, but they don't care about gamers. And any reviewers call them out, they'll call them sexist or racist, etc. And outside that, I'm sure there's many people in the wider world who aren't aware of what goes on in gaming, and if they are, whether they're politicians or people in other industries, they'll be very careful not to get involved, because they don't want to be called racist or sexist. And although this happens in other industries, it's not as toxic and as overbearing as it is in gaming, where it's literally affected almost all major games in the West now. All major AAA games in the West are coming out like this. So it's a very bad situation. Unfortunately, it's not getting better. Of course, as I said, the games that are coming out now have been in development for a while, so these games aren't going to be good. But it just shows you how we've not really progressed with all the disasters at Dragon Age and Concord and Sweet Baby, that someone like Matt Hansen can just come out and say the things he's saying and still think that that's okay and it's not a problem. So we've got a long way to go, and as I said, in gaming it's a bigger problem than it is anywhere else in any other form of industry or media, because in gaming, the people who are making these games, the woke activists, the feminists, don't care about gaming, and that's the difference. Some of the people in the movie industry may care about the movies. We've seen Disney kind of retract what they've done with some of their stuff because they realise it's bad, but these people just don't care about the companies. They don't care about the games, they don't care about the consumers or the gamers. So it's a very difficult problem now to get rid of those people. If you try and get rid of them, they'll be shouting racism and sexism and suing the companies. So those companies are probably completely doomed. Anyway, thanks for watching Gaming for Gamers. Till next time, take care for now.